Hi, I'm Sean Reardon, Mayor of Newburyport, and welcome to the latest edition of the Mayor's Corner. Sarah and I are back on location this week, and we got through the storm, and now we're out here out and about town. And I'm coming to you live from the captain's quarters here in Newburyport. Oh, wait a second. I'm not in the captain's quarters, so everyone that grew up here will get that reference. But I am at the Tuscan Sea Grill down here on the waterfront because it's restaurant week here in Newburyport. I mentioned it last week. It started on Sunday, so there's going to be things going on in 15 restaurants around town throughout the week. So we're going to go inside here in a minute and hear from some of the people from Tuscan Sea Grill. We also might hear from the Chamber of Commerce, who is putting on this restaurant week. It's a really great event. So they're doing giveaways all week too. So if you want to get in on some of the giveaways they're doing, you got to follow the Chamber of Commerce social media page, right? And they're doing giveaways at a different restaurant each day. So if you like the post and then you tag a friend and then you like the restaurant that they're promoting that day, then you can get in on these giveaways. And they've already done a couple. We were at Michael's Harborside the other day. We're going to do one at Tuscan as well. So we got a lot of good things going on. But let's go inside and learn a little bit more about Restaurant Week. Hey, Lori.
Hi.
All right. All right, so it is Restaurant Week. We are at Tuscan Sea Grill, and I'm with Lori Paralisi, who is the general manager here at Tuscan Sea Grill. So, Lori, why don't you just tell us a little bit about what's going to be happening here at Tuscan during Restaurant Week?
Perfect. So this is the first time in probably since COVID that we've been able to get Restaurant Week going again. Over 15 restaurants participating. So here at Tuscan Sea Grill, we are featuring a very approachable menu. It's a 3-course menu. First course is a very delicate beet salad. Second course is a homemade lobster arancini. It has some lobster and claw meat in it as well. And then the third course is going to be a Statler chicken. Encrusted with some crispy pancetta.
Well, that sounds delicious. So, Lori, I'm guessing a lot of the restaurants get together and work with the chamber to come up with things like this. But the main goal is to bring people out to the restaurants, right? Especially during the slow season here in Newburyport.
Absolutely. This will definitely be a big draw for us. Already, we've seen people coming out. We've had several people coming just for Restaurant Week. So we're hoping for. We have a couple more days left. It goes to the 24th. So hoping to see more people come in.
Okay, so Restaurant Week isn't just about food. I see you have this beautiful drink next to you, Lori. Tell us a little bit about that and how it kind of ties into what's going on here at Tuscan.
Sure, yeah, so this is the Tuscantini. It is our signature cocktail across the brand. So this is an original cocktail that I did create in Salem back 11 years ago. So it's the Tuscantini. It has limoncello, citrus vodka, fresh basil muddled, and also a garnish on top.
That would be great. All right, so if you haven't made your plans yet, please come on out, get down here to Tuscan, check out their special menu for Restaurant Week. All right, next, thank you, Lori.
You're welcome.
Next, we're going to talk to Edwin just about what's going on around the rest of the city during Restaurant Week. Hey, Edwin.
Hey, how you doing, Mayor?
Good to see you.
Great to see you.
All right, I'm here with Edwin Santana. He's a big part of Restaurant Week. So, Edwin, why don't you tell us a little bit about your role and just what's going on with Restaurant Week across the city?
Happy to. Welcome, Tuscan Sea Grill.
Thank you.
So we started Restaurant Week on the Chamber. I sit on the Chamber. I'm the board of directors, but I'm also the chair of the restaurant. And as a restaurant chair, we saw an opportunity to bring back some tourism, bring back some foot traffic here in downtown Newburyport with Restaurant Week menu. An approachable menu, prefixed prices for lunch, for dinner, that we can invite people in multiple times a week because they're only spending $30 to $40 for a 3-course menu, and they get to try all the different restaurants that they want. The retailer is also coupled with us, and they are giving discounts if you show your receipt that you dine somewhere with us and you bring it to a local retailer down in Newburyport, and some of them are actually doing different deals and discounts you can take advantage of. So you get to shop and you get to dine at a time in Newburyport that there's typically not many people at a great price. So we really encourage everyone to come and take advantage of it.
All right, you heard it here. Restaurant Week is still going on. Make plans, get out of the house, get down there. If you want to get in on some of the deals the Chamber's doing, check out the Chamber's social media site. They're doing giveaways each day, gift cards to all these great restaurants. Again, there's 15 different restaurants participating, and also all the local retailers are doing this too. So you can shop local, you can eat local, You can have a great time, and plus, this is almost springtime here in Newburyport. This is the time to get out and support our businesses. So Edwin, thank you again, and I hope to see you out and about on Restaurant Week.
We'll see you then.
All right, so we are still at the Tuscan Sea Grill celebrating Restaurant Week, but it's also St. Patrick's Day on Friday, right? So I guess I should have explained while I'm dressed in my Irish gear. So this is one of my Irish shirts. I have many. With a name like Sean Reardon, I got to have a lot of Irish gear, right? So I'll talk about St. Patrick's Day in a second, but I just wanted to give you a couple quick updates of what's going on around the rest of the city, okay? We just got through a March snowstorm, and again, these don't happen all the time, and we've had a pretty mild winter, right? So I guess we were due for some snow. I want to just give a huge shout out to the DPS, Department of Public Services. They really got the streets cleaned up in record time. It was such a quick, heavy snow. I think we got between like 5 and 6 inches of snow. I know it was very tough to shovel. I was pretty dead yesterday. I was out there shoveling, but you know, we were able to do the parking ban, get people off the road, and we were able to clean the streets. And then we were able to only do a 2-hour delay at our schools this morning. So again, hats off to Superintendent Sean Gallagher too. He made a good call about the early release yesterday, and then the giving us a little bit extra time this morning with the 2-hour delay. So kudos to our DPS and schools for getting us ready. We had, Plum Island got through the storm. We did a couple things pre-storm to kind of solidify a couple different areas. We're actually back out there today trying to shore up a couple other different areas, and then we'll kind of recreate some of the dunes and clean up down there, but it's going to take a couple days. So thank you, Plum Island, for your patience. We're going to get to that, but I think we're going to be in better shape for any more storms that are coming our way. That leads me to the dredge update. It still hasn't started yet, but we're definitely trending in the right direction, which is great. And again, kudos to the Plum Island residents for their patience. The Army Corps of Engineers was able to get an extension granted for the contractor. So now the contractor that we had, H&L, had to get a subcontractor, Norfolk Dredging, who is going to send a dredge up from Virginia. So it's already on its way. It's from Chesapeake, Virginia. This is like almost a brand new dredge. It's only 2 years old, and it's a larger dredge, and it has a bigger pipe. So they're going to be able to do this work in literally half or less of the time than it was going to take the original contractor. So we're optimistic that this is going to get started right in the beginning of April, and they should only need about 8 days of consistent dredging to finish the project. So they got their extension through the end of April. So again, I think we're trending in the right direction. I want to thank Senator Tarr and his office for working with me on this. We're also going to continue to have conversations on different parts of the beach and seeing what we can do in conjunction with this dredge to kind of shore up the area there with the beach erosion. And then, the next part, right? We're going to jump right into the Army Corps of Engineers with that study on the jetty and getting to a solution, so a more long-term solution. So dredge is definitely moving in the right direction. So we have searches going on for our fire chief and our DPS director. We do have four resumes and applications in for DPS director, and we have 5 for fire chief. Fire chief, we have a screening committee already set up. It's per our ordinances. It's a 9-member committee led by former Sheriff Frank Cousins. They're going to start that process. That window is open until March 20th. And then the DPS director, we're actually going to move. That closes Friday on St. Patrick's Day. So we have 4 applicants. So then we're going to pick 2 finalists from there. I'm going to move forward with interviews next week. So I will keep you posted on there. But we got some good candidates, so we're looking forward to that. Newburyport Youth Services have their summer registration. It actually is tonight, so you won't see this till tomorrow, but I'm just telling you, summer registration will be open by the time you get to see this. I know a lot of people get anxious this time of year with this because everyone's trying to get their kids into the programs that they want. So if you're just seeing this now, I would log on there in a hurry and see what they're offering this summer and get your kids signed up for it. Okay, so that's happening this week. And another thing I wanted to mention is the Resiliency Committee is applying for an MVP action grant. So that stands for Municipal Vulnerability Preparedness Grant. And the deadline on those is April 3rd. So if you have any projects out there that you think would fall under this, visit the Resiliency webpage, and they'll give you a little bit more information on it. But those projects and those applications are due soon. So April 3rd, take a look out for that. And there's just a couple other things I wanted to mention. So Fran Dalton remembers. They're having an event at the Firehouse on March 23rd, a remembrance of her, and it's a tribute to an artist, a friend, and a courageous human being. Fran was a fixture around town. I know just talking to my parents about Fran, they remembered her. And She was a well-known artist for her photography, so this night is all about celebrating her. Anna Smolowitz, my good friend who does a lot of production, theater in town, came to talk to me about this, and I'll be there that night to say a few words. But put that on your calendar. Tickets are $20 for adults and then $50 for seniors and students. But just a great way to tribute Newburyport. And actually, through her pictures, you just learn a lot about Newburyport over the years, too, which is great. So I'm looking forward to that event on March 23rd. And finally, St. Patrick's Day, okay? I love St. Patrick's Day. With a name like Sean Reardon, how could I not love St. Patrick's Day? And you know, last year I did my St. Patrick's Day show from the Port Tavern, where I worked for many years, but where I'll definitely be attending on St. Patrick's Day. So I just want to let you know what I'm doing for St. Patrick's Day. As you know, my family is from Ballyvourney, Cork. Both sides of my family are from Cork. And you know, a lot of people, when they came over, immigrated from Ireland, they settled, a lot of them settled in Brockton, and a lot of them settled here in Newburyport. So there's a lot of Cork connections here in the Newburyport area. So whether you love the food that day, and we've already done corned beef and cabbage once, I mean, I'm sure I'll have it 4 more times in the next couple of days. Whether you love the food, whether it's the chords, cranberries, chieftains, whatever you like for Irish music, I know that's one of my favorite parts about St. Patrick's Day is listening to the music around town. Or Celtic Thunder, my kids love Celtic Thunder, so we do that as well. But I'm going to pour the first pint down the Port Tavern. Like I said, I worked there for almost 10 years. And then I'm going to follow Sheila Lenahan, who is also from Cork, but also a Newburyport resident. She plays around town. She does a great job. So she's going to start at the park lunch that day, another place I worked for a long time, and that does up St. Patrick's Day and makes it a big deal. I played I was like the DJ, Irish DJ down there for a lot of years. So I'm going to start down there. After I pour the first pint at the tavern, I'm going to go watch Sheila down the park lunch. And then Sheila goes to the tavern, too, so I get to go back, and I get to follow her around that day. And then Alex Anthony, a good friend, is playing at the tavern that night, too. So lots going on around the city for St. Patrick's Day, and it's great that it's on a Friday. You can get out and enjoy. And then Ireland plays in Six Nation Finals on Saturday. They play England, and that's going to be a big event down the Port Tavern as well for the Six Nation rugby tournament. And then the Elks Club in Newburyport is doing something for St. Patrick's Day on Saturday, too, and I'm going to be heading down there, too. That starts at 2 o'clock. They're going to have music, bagpipers, Irish dancers, whatever. So anyways, happy St. Patrick's Day, happy Restaurant Week. Thank you again to the Tuscan Sea Grill, and I will see you next time on the Mayor's Corner.